Police Department's Public Affairs Bureau. We're in the area of Central and Dunlap because yesterday morning, about 7:30 in the morning, there was an adult female who was jogging on the canal bank when she was assaulted. She was approached by a male who we are describing as a black male, around 20 to 30 years old. She was physically and sexually assaulted by that male near the canal bank. As a result of the assault, she was pushed or thrown into the canal as well. There were bystanders in the area that assisted her out of that canal, and the male fled on foot. Again, he's described as a black male, 20 to 30 years old. He was wearing a black t-shirt with white stars on it and blue jeans. And what we're asking for is people in the neighborhood, anybody that was in this area at that time, if they remember seeing anything, people that have Ring doorbell or home security systems, businesses in the area, we're asking them to review their footage. If they see anything on it, see anything suspicious, to call police. Even if you don't have video surveillance, if somebody saw something yesterday morning, anytime between 6:30 and about 7:30 a.m., we're asking that they call police or silent witness. If they call silent witness, they can remain anonymous and be eligible for a cash reward. That phone number is 480-WITNESS. The phone number for the Phoenix Police Department is 602-262-6151. You know, this happened in broad daylight, 7:30 in the morning, in a quiet neighborhood. It didn't happen anywhere in the city of Phoenix, but anytime something like this happens, it's very concerning, and we're asking the community to come together as a whole and help us get justice for this victim.
This is a place where people jog all the time, and I know the way you guys work a lot of times, you are going to try to work as much as you can before you get us involved. And you get us involved when you really need the help. Given that this happened yesterday morning and you're already doing the press conference, is this a situation where this person needs to be caught, yesterday?
So the question was, people jog in this area a lot. Sometimes we wait before asking for the public's help until other investigative tools have been exhausted, and is this a case that needs immediate follow-up? Due to the violence involved in this attack, the fact that the woman was physically and sexually assaulted and then thrown in a canal, we decided that it would be appropriate to come to the media immediately and try to get citizens and surveillance footage and everything we can to help get this person off the street as quickly as possible.
Thrown in the canal. You mean in the water? Like, in the water right here, or was it on the other side? Can you give us a little more info on that?
So the question was, when I said the victim was thrown into the canal, was it this canal behind me or somewhere nearby? It's my understanding it was this canal right in this area that the woman was pushed or thrown into the canal by the suspect. And luckily, a good bystander was able to help that woman out of the canal.
And do you know how she's doing now?
The question was, how is she doing now? I know she is at home recovering. She, as you can imagine, this is a very traumatic event for anybody to go through. All assaults are traumatic. Sexual assaults are specifically traumatic. We have services, victim services, that we offer to people who are the victim of crimes like this.
Usually, we know the canals are popular for transients, but we had heard it wasn't a transient. Do you think this was a targeted attack?
So the question was, the people experiencing homelessness sometimes are in the area of the canal, and the information was that this person was not experiencing homelessness. Right now we really don't know the status of the suspects living. I don't know that we have any specific information. I believe it's a person experiencing homelessness, but again, we're just reaching out to the community to try to get information. And was there a second part of your question?
So where exactly, in our proximity, where did it happen?
So the question was, where exactly did it happen? It was in the area of 2nd Street and Las Palmaritas, or 200 East Las Palmaritas, which is kind of right behind me near those oleander trees and bushes, the overgrown bushes, just right around this bend, from my understanding.
On the other side, though?
I don't know which side of the canal it was on, but it's my understanding it was somewhere between the roadway on the other side of us and that roadway down there, so somewhere on this stretch of this canal.
Did the victim live in this area, and if so, is this like something that she did every single day, same time in the morning?
So the question was, did the victim live in this area, and is this something she did every day, meaning jog in this area? I'm not comfortable disclosing, what neighborhood the victim lives in for her safety. I do know the victim jogs often. I know lots of people jog often. In a moment here, you're going to see there's a male jogging right now on the side of, of the canal. So I do believe that she is familiar with this area and jogs it often.
Was the victim able to get herself out of the canal, or did someone come upon her and have to help her out?
The question was the victim able to get herself out of the canal, or did someone have to help her out? The victim was not able to get herself out of the canal. A bystander actually was able to assist her out of the canal. So detectives are out here. We have community action officers canvassing the neighborhoods. We have detectives canvassing the neighborhood. They're knocking on doors, asking people to come forward. But we're just really hoping somebody watching this has some type of surveillance footage, saw something, or knows something, and will come forward with that information.
One more thing. Do you have any advice as to other people who come out here to self-defense tips?
Yeah, so that was a great question. Any advice on keeping yourself safe? A lot of people love running on the canal banks and in other places. You know, being aware of your surroundings is the best way you can keep yourself safe. One thing we like to make sure people understand is people like to wear headphones when they're running. Sometimes that can be a detriment because it closes you out from hearing other things. So we recommend not running with headphones or running with them down low so you can hear things. If you can run in groups, that's always better anyway. It's good to have a motivational workout partner anyway. But part of being aware of your surroundings is if you see something that looks suspicious, if you can avoid that area, do so. If you see somebody, make eye contact with them so they know that you see them. Oftentimes, people who target victims are looking for an attack that the victim's not going to see coming. So being aware of your surrounding, making eye contacts. If somebody does assault you, yell for help. There were people in the area, and those people did come to help the victim, and that's what scared the suspect off as well.
Was this a situation where she was running and just he was there, or did she see him run, you know, toward her or anything like that?
So the question was, did the victim see the suspect before the attack? I don't know that information. As you can imagine, it's still early in the investigation, and I don't have all of those details yet. Okay. Again, if anybody has any information, we're asking that you please call the Phoenix Police Department or Silent Witness. Yeah, again, my name is Sergeant Ann Justice. Last name is Justus. And I'm
You mentioned it was a fire neighborhood where this happened. Do you know of other situations that have happened here in the past? Is this a recurring issue at this spot specifically, whether it's sexual assault or just
Right. So the question was, do we have anything similar that has occurred like this in this area? Any other sexual assaults or physical assaults in this area on the canal bank? To my knowledge, we don't have any information indicating that this specific individual has done this before. We don't have any information indicating that we've had assaults like this in this area before as well.
How alarming is it to hear that this happened?
Was the question how alarming?
Alarming.
So how alarming? Extremely alarming. I mean, any time that someone in our city becomes the victim of any assault, especially a sexual assault, it's very concerning. It's a violation that shouldn't ever happen to anybody, which is why this as serious as we are. We have detectives dedicated to this case. We have people out here canvassing. We are doing everything we can to identify and locate this suspect and bring justice to our citizen of Phoenix. Okay? Thank you all.
Thank you. Get out of the sun.